Hi guys. Okay, so welcome to Comparing and Ordering Whole Numbers. This is lesson 1. So let's go ahead and get started. So today's objective is today we will use comparison symbols to represent comparisons of whole numbers. So the main focus today is using comparison symbols to represent. So let's go ahead and see what our vocabulary words are. Before we get started, let's figure out what is represent. What does represent mean? So to represent means to show something in some way. So over here, we're seeing that, hey, okay, we have the number 4, right? And we have all these different ways that we can represent 4. So we have 4 on our dominoes, we have 4 on our dice, 4 units, and then we have 4 little tally marks, a bunch of different ways we can represent 4. So it's just some way to show something. Okay. Our next word that we have is greater than. So greater than simply means that it is a larger amount when compared to another amount. So over here, we see that we have 8 and we have 4, right? So we know that 8 is greater than 4. So with this symbol right here, we see this big portion open right here, right? Because 8 is greater than or bigger than 4. So whenever we're representing something, we want to make sure we use this symbol right here. That's going to show us if the big side is going to show us which one is larger. Now let's go ahead and look at a different scenario, and let's look at the number less than, or the word less than. So less than is the opposite of greater than. That means it's an amount that is smaller when compared to another number. So over here, we see the number 4, right? And then we see the number 8. The one difference is that we had our symbol and it's actually been flipped, right? Because our 4 is smaller than or less than 8. So our small little end right over here, it's pointing towards the 4, and the large end is pointing towards the 8 because 8 is larger than and 4 is less than. It is smaller than 8. All right, now let's go on to the word equal. Equal means having the same amount. So over here, let's count how many fruit we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the apple, so we have 7 pears. And let's look at our apples. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 apples. So 7 and 7 are the same amount. So they are equal. So that's why we have equal number of pears, equal number of apples. So equal means having the same amount. Now let's get into our lesson. So, we'll go to the next one. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to look at these numbers right here. And again, if I'm going too fast, feel free to pause, rewind, replay if you need to, okay? So we have our numbers right here. It is greater than, less than, or equal to. So let's look at our first set right here. So we have 1 and 6. So I'm going to go ahead and let me make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 1 right there and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Which one is greater than or less than? So I can actually see, okay, 1, there's only 1 right here, right? And that is way less than 6, right? So I have more dots on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do, let me make this a little bit smaller. Let me erase that guy out. I'm going to go ahead and put down this symbol right here. Oh, why aren't you working? Oh, there we go. This symbol right here, right? Ooh, that's really big, guys. I'm so sorry. Still trying to figure out the tech here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make that symbol right there, right? Because 1 is less than 6. Right? Now let's go ahead and look at our next one. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 2. All right, so now which one is greater than, which one is less than? Are they equal? Well, I can tell I only have 2 dots over here. That's less than 4, right? So that means there can't be equal. They're not the same. But let's go ahead and see. Oh, I'm seeing 4 dots here. That's more than 2, right? So let's go ahead and make our big one. Remember, our big side has to face the larger number. So 4 is greater than 2. All right. Now let's go ahead and look at our last one here. So I have 5 and 5. So let me go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I counted the same amount. I have the same amount of dots on this side right here. And they have the same amount of dots on this side. So that shows me, oh, they're the same amount. So they are equal to, right? So there is our little practice round over there. Now, today we went over, we used comparison symbols. We used comparison symbols. That is our greater than, less than, and equal to symbols to represent, to show something in some way, comparisons of whole numbers. Okay, so today we use comparison symbols to represent comparisons of whole numbers. All right, well, this was so much fun. Make sure that you do the activity that's attached to your guided notes. And then also make sure that when you're ready, when you feel like you've mastered this lesson, to go ahead and do your exit ticket. Come see me and I'll give you an exit ticket. And I'm so excited for when you get up to level 2. Okay, bye. Have a good day.